Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the Rockwood SP1005-710. This is what would be called a finish washer or a countersunk washer. And this is used to adapt a flathead machine bolt or wood screw to a surface-mounted type of application, where you would otherwise use a round head or a pan head sort of bolt or sheet metal screw, whatever it is. When you're using a flathead bolt, you would use a countersunk washer like this. And this is used in the mounting of Rockwood pull handles. This would be used in a Type 1 mount, specifically Type 1, and no other mount uses this countersunk washer, although they have three types of surface mount with a exposed Phillips head. Don't know that they're always Phillips, but a Type 1, a Type 1 HD, and a Type 1X HD. And the difference there is 1/4 20, 5/16 18, and 3/8 16. Then they have three different size finish washers for quarter inch, 5/16, and 3/8. This would be the 1/4 inch version. The SP1005. Some basic dimensional properties I would like to give you. Outside diameter, 0.782. 0.782 outside diameter. The ID of the item about 0.33 inch, 0.33 ID. The thickness of the washer 0.151. 0.151 is the thickness. The 710 of the part number means that this will be compatible with dark bronze. This would be compatible with an oil rub bronze like a 613 or a 10BE or a 613E, a powder-coated equivalent oil rub bronze. Let's switch to the screen view now and take a closer look at some supporting documentation. Okay, so this is the item that we are here looking at. We have some images that we can take a look at of what the item looks like. Okay. Now there's a table down below that will show us the item we're looking at, which is the SP1005 1/4 20 finish washer. This will also show you its sister component, which is the SP1004, assuming it's for an 1 3/4 thick door. It will then show you the 5/16 and the 3/8 version, and I do believe that those are an Allen drive when they get bigger than 1/4 20, because, you know, who has a size 4 Phillips, if that's what that would take. So I believe the bigger ones are an Allen drive. There's then also, and I mention it because it's related, a decorative model of each of the three thicknesses. Just a disc that's here. It might be, 5/16 thick or a 1/4 inch thick, and maybe 1 1/8 in diameter, something of that nature. People would argue, I believe, successfully, that it's a bit more decorative than seeing a Phillips head or even an Allen wrench or an Allen drive sort of prep on the screw. Now, there is also a link here to the product catalog, which does not give us any new information. It's a regurgitation of the part numbers and sizes and how those all differ from each other. And then the extended description shows us 1/4 20, used for a Type 1, and I'll discuss that in a moment. Dark bronze, and sold as each. When you buy one, we'll ship you one. It would be unusual, I think, to buy one. I would think if you're going to do both of them on a pull handle, you'd need them in multiples of 2, possibly multiples of 3 or other, but 1 is an unusual size. Let's take a look at the other finishes that this would be available in, and suffice it to say that you're going to find it available in all of the complementary finishes that you can purchase the handles in. Oil rub bronze equivalent, which is a powder coat, polished brass, satin brass, polished bronze, satin bronze, oil rub bronze, polished chrome, satin chrome, anodized aluminum, polished stainless, satin stainless, dark bronze, black, polished stainless with a 316 base material, polished satin stainless with a 316 base material, and then a stainless steel with a micro shield. It has a antimicrobial coating on it. So pretty common, pretty typical availability of finishes. Back to the item we are looking at, not this one. We're looking at a 710. Now, there's a link here to the manufacturer's page where you can click on that and fire up the manufacturer's page in our site where you can view not only all of the Rockwood products that we sell by means of this horizontal navigation, as well as a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog here. We'll fire that up and we'll do a search for Type 1, and we will indeed find it. There it is. Okay, Type 1 would be the quarter 20 size. You have your SP1004 and then your SP1005 is what those are. Okay. Now, also I wanted to bring to your attention the list of other documents that are here, prior versions of the product catalog, things of that nature. But there's also the architectural door pull catalog right here, which I would very much recommend that you review. It's 100+ pages of, well, you guessed it, pull handles. Lots of different options, designs, base materials, finishes, applications where you're going to use the material. If you want a picture book or an idea book of pull handles, you've just struck pay dirt. This is a great document to show you everything that Rockwood does. But also in their standard catalog, just their typical full-line catalog, is where you're going to find their standard push and pull bar material. If you want to go decorative or something not garden variety, go to the architectural catalog. Let's wrap up this video on camera. In conclusion, a very typical and common item. We don't sell a bunch of finish washers, but we sure do the SP1004 bolts, the SP1025 back-to-back cone head style bolts. We stock a large assortment of their bolts because it's so usual for people to have a pull handle that's been pulled off the door. Restaurants, nightclubs, taverns, bars, things of that nature where there's a high volume on the doors. You're going to see a need for replacement bolts. If you're doing a new project, skip over the quarter 20. Go right to the thickest bolt possible because you'll find that you are replacing bolts far less often. If you have any questions on the SP1005 countersunk washer and a 710 compatible finish or any other Rockwood product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up, please subscribe, and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.